On this week's show, we'll update you on the final days of fall camp, and the wait is over. The Flames Fantasy League is back. Find out who we drafted this season.
Plus, we mic up Kieran Vincent at LIV Golf Greenbrier, and we'll give you an inside look at Lady Flame Volleyball. This is Flame Central.
The buzz is back on campus, school is back in session, and we here at Flame Central, well, we've been keeping you company all summer long. Welcome on back. I'm Matt, she's Emily, and we have a little bit of everything on the show today.
Yeah, if you enjoy mic'd up segments, you came to the right place. We hit the links with Kieran Vincent, we took the courts with volleyball, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, the majority of our focus today is on the gridiron. We'll have our 5th annual Flames Fantasy Draft in just a bit. But we don't draft kickers in that league, and it's a good thing because the Flames are still trying to figure out who their kicker is. A year ago, Nick Brown held the role and showed some promise, but was also inconsistent, making 50% of his kicks. He's now one of 3 kickers fighting for the job, along with Braden Beck and Colin Carhew. It's been a tight battle throughout camp, and Jamie Chadwell's hoping in the final days before the August 31st season opener, one of them takes a firm hold on the opportunity.
I don't know if somebody's completely taken it yet right now. I do think we've have made some progress. I think all the kickers have had moments where done some really good stuff, and you feel like, hey, there's some confidence there. I think there's always that sometimes you wish they'd make the one that you really need to make. But I think we're close to probably naming a guy. Going through the rest of this week will probably, hopefully, we'll solidify who that is. They've all competed, to the best of their ability.
Well, one thing the Flames are sure about is the offense. Last season, they had one of the best in the nation. And if you ask the opponent, it's one of the most difficult to prepare for because it's just so unique. This week on the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, we asked co-offensive coordinator Willie Korn how the Flames give their offense a new look year to year.
Like, how much changing is there year to year with what you run?
The core plays that you run, you're going to run. It's just every offseason, game to game, finding a new way of presenting it differently. So it looks confusing to the defense, but it's easy for our guys. But there's always going to be a little tweak here and there. Really, for us, we spend more time talking about where your strengths are personnel-wise and make sure the offense is dictated towards those guys and to allow them to shine.
This season is getting closer and closer, which means we are having more and more fun on the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage. There's proof in this episode with Coach Korn. You can listen wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, or you can watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel. We drop a new entertaining episode each and every week, so check it out now. It is the moment we and you have all been waiting for. Welcome Joe Yock to the show, Yock Talk, for our 5th annual Flames Fantasy Draft. In years past, we had nothing to play for other than bragging rights. But this year, we have a trophy. It will obviously stay with me as I look for a three-peat. If you are unaware of what the Flames Fantasy Draft is or what is even going on right now, we have Matt Warner here to give you the rules of play.
Rules are pretty simple. Each of us will draft 5 players, 3 offensive, 2 defensive, no quarterbacks. Standard fantasy football scoring applies. The weekly scores throughout the year add up, with the winner, who gets that trophy, being the one that has the most total points at the end of the season. And one last note, we can make roster changes throughout the year. If there's an injury or after weeks 4, 8, and 12, those are the waiver windows. The waiver windows when we can make roster changes.
We all know that Joe Yock needs those the most out of any of us.
Stop making fun of me.
He has come in last place every single, I think.
4 consecutive
seasons. So we feel bad for him, so we're giving him the first pick in this draft.
Listen. There's a trophy now. I mean business. This has now officially become a business trip for Yock Talk. And with the first draft in the Flames Fantasy Football 2024, Yock Talk selects running back Quentin Cooley, Liberty University.
There you go. No brainer.
No brainer. Quentin Cooley is unquestionably the #1 overall pick for this draft. Last year, 221 carries for over 1,400 yards and a TD-making machine for fantasy points with 16 touchdowns on the year. Quentin Cooley, no doubt, #1 overall pick.
All right, so that comes to me now with the second pick. I, too, am going with running back Vaughn Blue with my selection.
That's
Remember,
my boy Blue.
He was the #1 pick in the draft last season, came out really fast as a true freshman. He had 50 yards on the ground on 4 carries, a reception for a touchdown in the opener against Bowling Green. Then he had the shoulder injury, missed 7 games, never quite got back on track. But he's going to be on the field a lot in that 2-back system with he and Quentin Cooley. And I think this is going to be his breakout year. Also, keep in mind, no Aaron Bedgood catching out of the backfield. You might see Vaughn Blue take some of those receptions as well. So he's my pick, my boy Blue.
I am sticking with the color theme, but as a true champion, I'm going away from the running backs and going with Julian Juju Gray.
Juju.
Let's go. He's an NC State transfer, junior wide receiver, but he is going to have a big role in the return game. #3 in the ACC, #11 in the nation in kickoff return. Just a lot of yards and points getting. He's one of the fastest guys on the team. We're trying to look at who's going to be that receiver that takes those deep threat like CJ Daniels. That's going to be this guy, Gray. All right, Juju Gray. A little birdie told me that the Flames might be throwing the ball a little bit more this year. So I'm not going with the running backs. I'm going with the wide receiver. Stays with me for my next pick. I'm going on the other side of the ball, TJ Bush. He's a defensive end, had a great freshman campaign. And once he's been in this, Chad Scott strength and conditioning program, I think he's going to have a much better season than he did last year. He was part of the CUSA all-freshman team. 32 total tackles, 11 solo. He ranked 3rd on the team in tackles for loss. So really excited. This season, he's going to have quarterbacks on the ground eating turf all around this country.
Yeah, TJ Bush is bulked up like Emily during the holiday season. That's what he's done.
You can't say that.
Listen.
You can't say that.
All right. Emily took a guy I really like in Juju Gray. Going to be a really good receiver, but I'm going to take the best receiver. And the best receiver on this roster is Trayon Sibley. He led this team in receiving through the first 4 games last season. You might not remember that. Then got a little bit banged up. Wasn't quite the same in the second half of the year, but had over 450 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. He has slimmed down heading into his senior campaign. And as a guy that's been in this offense and already produced, unlike really almost anyone else on this roster, they lost a lot in terms of the receivers. I think it's going to be a big year for Trayon Sibley. Joe?
Back to me. Listen. This
Joe hasn't
last
talked in a
pick
while.
of the second round.
This last pick of the second round. I'm going to go with, and folks, listen to me now. You remember at the end of the season, where did you hear it first? You heard it first at Yacht Talk, baby. And that is that CJ Bazell is going to be the best player on this Flames defense, and he's going to put up the best stats for tackles for loss, and he's going to put the best number of sacks up for this defense. I'm taking CJ Bazell. Last year, 49 tackles, 10.5 tackles for loss, three sacks on the season. This guy is a guy whose numbers are only going to increase. Best player on the defense by the end of the season.
All right, so we stay with you, Joe. First pick of the 3rd round.
I mean, come on. I mean, he's powered by Alcova Mortgage along with Quentin Cooley.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
He shoots a flamethrower.
I can already tell.
He shoots a flamethrower.
I can
right?
tell.
We're gonna go with the All-American safety, Brylan Green. Brylan Green with 6 interceptions on the season last year. This guy is a ball hawk already. We saw in the scrimmage on Saturday. Who does Brylan Green pick off? Oh, the All-American quarterback, Caden Salter, gets picked off in that scrimmage. So Brylan Green and Quentin Cooley, both of them powered by Alcova Mortgage.
I was about to say, 2 guys powered by Alcova Mortgage on Joe Yachting. This thing is so rigged.
As they refer to it, it is the biggest no-brainer in the history of the world.
Yeah, it's a business decision for Yacht. All right,
also,
my pick in the 3rd round, I'm finally going to the defensive side. Linebacker Joe Carter, Mr. Consistency. One coach said he's like Chick-fil-A. He's always right. And that's what he is. He's always right place, right time. Last season, 3rd on the team in tackles with 59. He got better and better as the season progressed. No Tyron Dupree this year, who led Liberty in tackles by a wide margin last year. I think Joe Carter's going to be one of the guys that helps fill that void.
All right, I'm going back to offense. Elijah Canyon, he is a 6'4" receiver from Hollywood, Florida. Lights, camera, action. This guy is going to be a tall target for Salter. Junior transfer from Purdue. We also played at Auburn. And when he was there, SEC honor roll. So this is a smart kid and a smart pick when Salter spraying the field this season. Back to me, right?
Yeah, fourth round.
Let's go.
4th round. I'm going Mo Williams. Marion Williams. He's a junior corner from Cedar Hill, Texas. Been here at Liberty for, I believe, 3-4 seasons now. He finished last season with 37 tackles, started 11 contests. Big game in the Fiesta Bowl, 6 tackles and a season best 5 solo stops. He improved every season that he's been here, and he's going to have a bigger role this season. Mo tackles, mo picks, mo points.
That's pretty good. I honestly feel sorry for you guys as it comes to my next pick, because I don't know if you guys are going to have any tackles left with who I have Joe Carter, and I'm taking Taylor Jackson, the transfer linebacker from ECU. Those two guys together, that might be 1-2 on this team in tackles when it's all said and done. He started every game for ECU last year, had over 50 tackles on the season. Those two guys are the leaders at linebacker. They're going to be in on every play around the football, and I'm going to take Taylor Jackson with my pick in the 4th round.
That was a good pick.
Well, I always got to go back to guys who have really cool nicknames. And most importantly, nicknames that Yacht Talk gave them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Billy Cool Hand Lucas. Billy Cool Hand Lucas was a little on and off last year, a little banged up throughout the year, but I'm telling you right now, guys, this guy's got more shift than the William Byron 24 NASCAR. Okay,
you better hope the Flames are going to run the ball this year, because
he's going to run the ball. You're going to be surprised at how many red zone touchdowns that he scores along with Quentin Cooley. Billy Cool Hand Lucas, a great name.
Another nickname coming in the top of the 5th round.
Why don't we
Fifth and final pick, Joe.
Why don't we just back it up with another great name?
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's go with Take a Ride in My Bentley Henshaw.
Yeah.
Once again, another red zone tight end, another red zone scoring machine. Had 6 touchdowns last year, and only expect more and more from Take a Ride in My Bentley Henshaw.
All right, with my final pick, it has to be an offensive player. Going to go with a little bit of a wild card here. I'm going to go with the wide receiver Reese Smith. Transferred from West Virginia before last year, hurt his knee, missed all of last season. Shifty little slot receiver. When he's right, he's like 7-Eleven. He's always open, and he's going to be open a lot for Caden Salter this year if he can stay healthy. That's my final pick. A little bit of a wild card, but I think he's going to be a good one.
We close out the 5th annual Flames Fantasy Draft with my final pick, Darius Copeland. This is a name that we've heard a lot during fall. What'd you say?
Camp Darling. That's what he's been. Yeah, he's a Camp Darling. That's a phrase.
This is my time to shine,
go ahead.
Okay? I'm looking for the three-peat here. You can get your time whenever you actually win. Redshirted last year, but as a junior in high school, 1,100 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns. He's going to do the same for me this upcoming season. Plus, he's a multi-sport athlete in high school. Baseball, basketball. You know that if he's playing multiple sports, but then he went with football, he's got to be pretty good. He's going to be good for my team. That rounds it out.
Yeah.
Just hand the trophy to Yacht Talk now.
No, this thing is staying with me all season long. Do we need to look at our final?
Take a look at the final rosters as we get set to head into the season. Should be a fun one. Follow along with us all throughout the year, and we'll see if Joe can finally win.
And don't forget, the Flames Central podcast will have more in-depth coverage of the Flames Fantasy League on that, so you can catch that each and every Monday.
All right, the draft may be done, but this episode of Flames Central is far from over.
We catch up with a former Flame on the LIV Tour, and Liberty Women's Soccer takes the field for their first home match. Don't go anywhere.
Being a parent and helping your kids through school, it's not exactly easy. I mean, there's waking up at 5 a.m., the morning routine, helping with homework, sitting in traffic. You get it. What if there was a way you could get your kids a quality Christian education where they can work at any pace, any time, from anywhere? School that works for your schedule and frees your kids to keep doing what they love. Well, that's exactly what we do. LUOA, school that goes where you do.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Welcome back to Flame Central. Fall sports have officially begun. Women's soccer started off the season on the right foot with a road win over High Point, and then the Lady Flames came back home to host in-state foe Old Dominion for their home opener, hoping to continue their winning ways, and it looked good early. Ivy Gardner weaving through traffic. Haley Engel takes it from there and sends it to the far post. That's her second goal on the young season. To the second half, Ava Goodman centers it and finds Avery Polson right in front of the net. What a finish for her first collegiate goal. Liberty split time between two goalkeepers, Grace Workman and Peyton Huber. They held the Monarchs scoreless, and the Lady Flames go on to win it with a final 2-0.
Yeah, Lady Flames off to a strong start, something that former Liberty quarterback Malik Willis was hoping to experience this preseason. Willis, still with the Tennessee Titans, had an up-and-down outing this past Saturday. He completed 12 of 16 passes for 116 yards, but did throw an interception. He also chipped in with 30 yards rushing. Willis trying to earn the backup job in Tennessee behind Will Levis. He'll have one more preseason game to try to make his case.
We shift gears to golf. Kieran Vincent has had quite the experience since his Liberty playing days. He's played all over the world, from Korea to Spain, Singapore to England. He won on the Asian Tour, then landed a spot on the LIV Tour. So when we found out he was going to be just up the road for a tour stop at the Greenbrier in West Virginia, we knew that we had to hit the links with him for the Pro-Am round. Take a look.
Hey guys, this is Kieran Vincent at LIV Greenbrier. Welcome. Come along. How you guys doing? Good to meet you, man. He wasn't carrying his weight? I'm only 150 pounds, so I don't know how much weight I'm carrying it. That food was too good. I'm in a coma right now. Upgrade! Upgrade! Why were you guys like nervously watching that? Like I was gonna miss the fairway or something like that, huh? Yeah! Don't touch the head of that thing. That thing's hot. Whoo! I actually haven't put sunscreen on yet. Man, probably need some. 310 to it. It's gonna be just left of it, huh? I think I went straight, guys. You never know. Are these the ladies' tees over here? What we got, Princess? 161. Green slopes back to front. Can I get some agua, please? Let me get a little electrolyte. Oh, look at you! Someone hit a bomb. It's too easy out here, eh? Gosh. Right, I'll just walk around. We don't even hit any shots, eh? And the trees, right? We still liked it like here, right? Woo! Holy cow! Woo! Hit the bank, hit the bank, hit the bank. Hey, I'm just warming up, guy. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago.
Kieran, what a great guy. Yeah. Enjoyed watching his career. Best of luck to him. All right, Rhett McGibbon's here, Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Last week, you were talking breakout candidates just from football. Right. Today, you're talking breakout candidates across the board as we head into the fall sports season.
You know, sports that start from right now through to like Christmas time. I'm including the basketballs in this.
Okay.
Previously, we've never been able to do breakout candidates for basketball.
We always forget about that.
I wanted to throw them in.
That's good. All right, let's start with Warm then. Your top breakout candidate beginning with Warm.
Warm. Men's soccer, Leo Kane. This is a guy, last year freshman. He's like Mighty Mouse, a water bug out there, 5'7". But he was the one player, you know when you watch a sport and you're like, how did that not go in?
Yeah.
I asked myself that like 6 or 7 times last year with him.
He
is due. He had 2 goals and 7 assists last year, led the team in assists, but when you calculate the amount of goals I feel like he should have had, this guy probably would have been top on the team in scoring, in points. So Leo Kane, I think, is going to have an unreal year. He has a high motor. He can fly down the wing. The speed factor, and we all know speed kills. He has got that in bunches. So Leo Kane, I think, is going to have an outstanding season for men's soccer.
Should be an interesting year for them. They were preseason picked second in the OVC. All right, from Warm now, we go to Hot.
All right. Volleyball, tons of turnover on this team. Charlie Morris, last year freshman center, coming in this year behind Delaney Dilfer last year. Now, this is what I'm thinking about with her, okay? I think she has the skill set. I've seen her play. She's very capable. But the one big difference here is the size factor. Dilfer was 5'9". Charlie Morris is 6'3". Immediately, that is going to give you some much needed defensive blocking ability at the net. You've got 6 more inches, right? If my math serves me correct.
Yeah,
exactly. So if you have Morris there, obviously natural ability, but able to help out defensively blocking as well. You know, you're turning the defensive aspect of the game into points for her. So I think that's going to be big.
Which, a little tease, we got some volleyball coming your way on the show here in just a moment as well. And finally, Rhett, in Fuego, your top breakout candidate.
I'm excited about this one. She had to sit out all year last year due to a knee injury. Pien Steenbergen.
All basketball,
Women's basketball, the Dutch Tweediar, that's sophomore.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Watching her freshman season when she did play, she's got that ability. She played 3-on-3 ball, right? So she's got the skill set with the handles. And then I've heard through the grapevine that last year she really dug into just the coaching aspect of the game. So I think she is going to know just the scheme from Coach Green inside and out. I could see her being a floor general as well. She's going to come out here. I really think it's going to serve her well. I think she is going to be. I know.
You want to do it? Go on.
I know that Bella is the face, but I think she's going to be right there beside her.
I love it when Rhett goes out on a limb. Rhett, great job as always. Appreciate it. All right, hey, still to come, we visit a Liberty volleyball practice to hear from the Lady Flames' new head coach. And if you love Liberty football, and I know you do, we've got some great news for you when Flames Central returns.
Does education mean a room with 4 walls, a desk, and a PowerPoint lecture?
Or is it something bigger?
What if it's the people beside you, 1 chair away or 1 ocean away?
What if it's the chance to learn from your mistakes, as well as your victories, and the push to keep going either way? What if it's the freedom to reach for bigger things without missing the little ones in between?
For each of us, education looks a bit different.
Because we're each a bit different.
But at Liberty, we think education might just mean something big enough for all of us. That's Liberty to us.
What will Liberty be to you?
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
Welcome back to the show. We've talked a lot about football today, but other fall sports are cranking it up soon, and that includes Liberty Volleyball.
Yeah, and they're not just preparing for their first match. They're also getting accustomed to new head coach Nolan Albright. And with that in mind, we mic'd him up for a recent practice.
I wanted to go over something today, a little bit more about unlocking. The theme of unlocking for me is like, what are you ready to unlock whether it's a bad habit in passing or serving or blocking or not talking or whatever the things might be, those things are things that keep you locked. They don't allow you to be free to be your best self. So the goal is to sort of carve those things away, chip away at those things, so that you can be the best version of yourself. Let's get a breakdown and we'll get after it.
Oh, you want to? 1, 2.
How are you? Let's have some big talk out here too, y'all. Here we go, first person up, let's go, first person up, let's go. Be creative, but also be controlled. Creative and controlled. Hey, keep the talk going, y'all, keep the talk going, y'all. Narrow, 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 then split, okay? Narrow, 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 go, 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 go. Now split. Yes, good, yeah. I have such wisdom that they need 2 microphones, bro. They need 2 microphones.
Can I say something?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Don't be lame about it.
Don't be lame about it. That's rule number 1 about Liberty Volleyball. Just do whatever just don't be lame about it. Good, good touch, good touch, good touch. Yes, set it up again, here we go. Some of that morning oatmeal, let's go. Some of that morning oatmeal.
Oh my God.
Oatmeal. Jenna Ott. Active eyes, communicate with your teammates. Where are you? We are going a little too slow in our transition, right? It's kind of like ball slap. She's looking at you while you're going back and you're like, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, we're looking at each other. But it should be a rhythm thing, like here, here, down. Okay, that's about how much time it should be. I love the chatter, I love the chatter. Let's go, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Yes. Kate's ready to actually attack. You're ready to attack those. That's a good ball. Good job, Momo.
Looking forward to watching Liberty Volleyball in action this season. I'm also looking forward to football game day on the mountain.
Yeah, and what better way to get locked in for Flames football than by watching the Flames Central Game Day show. It's the best Liberty football pregame show in existence and the best one that Emily, Rhett, and I are a part of. I can tell you that for sure. You can watch it 1 hour before every Liberty home game, and you can also catch it the postgame show immediately following the game as well. It streams live on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel, Facebook, and X pages. You do not want to miss it.
You don't. Another thing you don't want to miss is this next episode on Monday of the Flames Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage, because we have an exclusive interview with head coach Jamie Chadwell. And leading up to this first game, it's going to be very, very exciting.
Cannot wait. Also, check out our website, libertyflamescentral.com, for any stories that you might have missed. For Emily, I'm Matt. Thank you so much for watching this week, and we'll plan on seeing you right back here next time.